Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be taking another flight. And this isn't just any flight, this is actually going to be a little bit different than the last flight I did because I have this a little better plan today. That last video kind of taught me a little bit, but also today we're going to be taking a flight from Tokyo Tokyo International to Yokota Airport. It's going to be a 21-minute flight, 28 nautical miles. We're going to go ahead and fly through Tokyo because I actually realized that in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you can download something called a world update. And what is that? Well, you go to the marketplace, and there are updates to parts of the world that you already have, right? So you already have these parts of the world installed when you install the game. But the developers have taken extra care to make these places look more real to life. So I'm wanting to see what that looks like because I've never had a world updated city to fly over before. So this will be interesting. This is something that I missed out on in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And so it'll be cool to experience that before I hop into Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and set our time. I'd say around like midday, right? So like midday would be perfect. What plane are we flying in? Well, we could do the Icon A5 again, but I think that would be a little boring considering we already did that last episode. So we'll change up the cockpit a little bit. We'll go ahead and go with... I could go with the basic Cessna 152, but I feel like that would just be basic, right? So, what are we going to go with here? I like this little plane. This is cool. Okay, I like this. Yeah, it's got like nice little windows, see? So you can like view out of the sides, right? And it's also got a nice cruise speed, a nice range, really nice range, 780 nautical miles. And it's got a max altitude of 15,000 feet, so I don't know why I would fly that high. I'm trying to experience Tokyo, but some people might like to do that. I don't. Let's go ahead and look at the liveries, whatever you want to call it. I think the red one looks cool. We'll go with that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started with our flight today. So it's going to be a little easy flight today. I found my smoke stick. Oh my gosh. Thank the Lord I found my pipe. My wizard pipe, you know. Not really. It's tobacco, but still. Nothing hits better than some nicotine, right? Oh yeah, giving ourselves cancer. Warning, any children watching this, please do not consume nicotine. It is bad for your health. Disclaimer. So I wonder what area of the world this right here is. Like this red area, right? I know you guys can't see... Oh yeah, you can see my mouse. Wow. Well, this little area of the map looks really cool to me. I don't know. I'm thinking about exploring that red zone. I'm going to look that up maybe on Google later and just see what it looks like on Google Maps. I wonder if that's water or sand. It looks like... I don't know, it looks like it could be sand, but because of these like islands here, like underneath my finger right there, you see that island? That could very well be like white sand instead of just like an island. So I'm not sure if this is water or sand dunes. But either way, I'll figure that out in another episode, I guess. Oh boy. Now, one thing I don't like about Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is the load times. They're kind of ridiculous, especially for a game that should be more polished than it is. I had so much trouble installing this game, it was ridiculous. Like, it took well over 100 hours to actually get it right, and then whenever I installed it, there was a bunch of texture glitches I had to actually delete in the files and then go back and fix. So, Microsoft, don't know what's the deal with your game, but, you know, we're trying to play it, so can you maybe fix it? Alright guys, so this is Tokyo International, Kuyong 9001, ready at runway 22. I'm Cajun, so I like them to call me Kuyong because, you know, crazy. Alright. So look, there's a texture glitch. Look at that. What is that? Anyways, Anyways, it's not going to affect our flight, but it is a texture glitch. I don't think there's a bright pink building in the airport, unless Tokyo's just like that. But anyways, oh yeah, this is a really cool little flight, like a good little console, right? I'm thinking this is going to be a nice flight. We're going to go ahead and get up to 55 knots, and then go ahead and take flight. Boom. Oh my god, I just got... What the hell? Bro, a fucking Boeing 737 or some shit just flew right through my plane. That was crazy. Yeah, that just happened. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and ascend. You know, the messed up thing is, I don't think we have a proper... Oh, there we do. It's like very small. We don't have a little altitude bubble. This is just like a weird left-right kind of thing. I'm sure we'll be fine. We've got an altimeter. We can maintain a good heading and make sure that we're not heading into the ground. Tokyo Airport looks so beautiful. There's those texture glitches. You see that? I don't understand why it's hot pink. That's ridiculous. Anyways, we'll go ahead and make a right turn right about here.
Starflyer 76 Heavy, follow the aircraft on final. Wind calm, clear to land runway 22.
Okay, so we're taking off, and we're actually heading in the right direction.
Starflyer 76 Heavy.
Starflyer 76 Heavy. There's a Boeing, or like some kind of big plane somewhere out here landing right now, and that's terrifying. Because I'm like right in the way. I don't see him. Anyways, let's look outside and see what Tokyo looks like. Now, I won't lie, it's kind of hard to tell what's what in Tokyo because we're a little high up, so we'll go ahead and descend just a little bit, right? Just a little bit, where you can see what's going on here. Okay. So there's like downtown Tokyo, which I guess we should probably go through.
Starflyer 76 Heavy, exit runway when able.
I guess the ATC is still talking to the giant like jumbo jet. But anyways, this is the city of Tokyo, so we're gonna go explore it before we head towards our airport over there. We've got 50% fuel capacity. We're doing pretty good. We're steadily climbing in altitude. And it looks like we're at full thrust, maximum engine capacity. So let's go see how much more detailed Tokyo looks, right? Oh wow, it's like you can see it updating as I get closer. Now you can't fault Microsoft for that. I mean, it is the biggest game app in the world, one of the biggest game apps in the world, and definitely the biggest accurate to life game app in the world. So I can't fault them for a couple of graphical glitches. Especially when they put the entire Earth in a game, Okay, so we need to control our descent a little better because we are going hell fast.
Freon 90001, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
I don't know why, but for some reason my controller just wants to... Okay, there we go.
Tokyo Tower COOYAWN 90001
Whoa.
frequency change.
Yeah, the city already looks really good from up here.
Tokyo approach COOYAWN 90001 is type flight design FDCT 5 miles northwest of Tokyo, 1,700 feet. Request flight following.
I'm not following that up. I don't know how to talk to ATC, so if you're a pilot watching this, I'm so sorry. Dude, I am not an expert on flying, I'll be honest. I just know how to get off the ground and how to land.
Squawk 6572 COOYAWN 90001.
Okay, this is pretty detailed, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little field right there, whatever that is.
Freon 90001 radar contact 5 miles west of Romeo Juliet, Tango India Hotel, 1,400 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Alright, let's head through some of these big buildings.
Roger COOYAWN
That looks like another field,
90001.
which is cool, I guess. Got some of these tall high-rises right here. They're in a lot more detail now that I've downloaded the world update, so I think that was the right call for sure before I took this flight. Seeing Tokyo in all its glory is crazy. So there's a building with a helipad on it. That's a giant skyrise. Good lord. Holy hell. That's a mega building right there, dude. Maybe I shouldn't be flying so close, legally speaking, but I don't think the game is going to care too much. Let's see, and if you look out, the front window, we have even bigger buildings.
Good day.
118
We'll get in a
decimal
little
tree,
closer.
COOYAWN
Our altitude is dropping
9001.
fast.
Goodbye.
We're a little over 1,000 feet in the air right now. As you can
Yokota
tell by the
approach,
little hand on our altimeter.
COOYAWN 9001.
And our long skinny hand is hundreds of feet. So that if it drops really fast, it's not a big deal. Alright, let's go ahead and lift a little bit. Let's go ahead and kind of raise our altitude just so we don't hit these buildings. And wow, dude. This is pretty cool. That's a cool building right there. It's really cool. This one too, this big square building here. Look at that. Wow. That is detailed. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and kind of pitch back toward our flight path because we're about 16 miles away. We'll go ahead and straighten out here real quick. 16.4 miles. Man, the city just never ends, dude. Like, I feel like Tokyo is so much bigger than I anticipated it being, right? So, like, you look at Manhattan, and yeah, Manhattan's pretty big, but Manhattan is mainly the tall buildings that you see, right? When you look at Tokyo, it's all these several, like, office-sized buildings. They're not terribly big. It's like hotels. You've got some office spaces in here. Probably some condominiums. But a lot of this stuff right here is just really, like, you know, it's like stores, department stores, all kinds of jazz like that. And then again, Bing is not 100% accurate. Some of these buildings might not be as tall as they are in real life, but that's just the sacrifice you have to make whenever you have the entire world in a video game, you know? Alright, so there's some tall buildings there. I just wonder what it would be like to live in a crowded metropolitan area like this. This is insane. I don't think I've ever been to a city like this. I don't think I've been to a city half this size. I think the biggest city I ever actually went to IRL was like, I don't know, maybe Dallas, Fort Worth area. Probably the biggest. Okay, so we've got 13 miles to go. There's Musashino, I think is how you pronounce it. There's a bunch of little houses down here you can kind of see. Really detailed, I like that. Alright, so there's Chofu and Mitaka out there, right? Everything seems to be going good so far. We're a good 1,000 feet up in the air. Let's go ahead and ascend a little bit because we are pretty close to the ground. Alright. So there's Mitaka right there. Doing good. We're making good heading, honestly. Okay, there's a little baseball field looking thing. I'm not sure if that's what that actually is. Oh, but it looks like a baseball field. And my game is like lagging. Don't know why. Okay. It must have been something we passed over just now. I don't know what that is. Whoa! Oh, that's a railroad track. Okay, I was like, hold on, man. What did it just have to load in? That was crazy. Look, you can still see Tokyo in the background. Good lord. Like, all the small buildings just disappear, and then you see Tokyo, like, way back there. We've got approximately 10 nautical miles left to go on our fantastic journey, so Tokyo is really beautiful. Look at this. So what is that, like a solar field or like swimming pools? What is that? You can't even really tell. Some of the stuff on Bing Maps is kind of a smudge. out of town that's about 1.2 miles away. Alright, there's our flight path. You can see on the VFR map, we've kind of got our flight path back there. So, coming in close. And for some reason, every time I do that, the throttle just goes complete. So, I don't know what's up with that. But there's Kogane? Is that how you pronounce that? Kogane? Anyways, let's get a little closer look at Kogane here. Well, it's not that big, but there's some tall buildings. That's a big boy right there. Right? That's a pretty big boy. There are a couple tall buildings. It's not too bad. Takinawa or Takikawa. Is that how you pronounce that? Tachikawa? Takikawa? I don't know. If I knew how to speak Japanese, I'd be much cooler. Okay, there appears to be a track. We've got like a giant, what looks to be an IKEA or some shit. I don't know what that is. That's a big building. That might be like a big high-rise or a casino or something. Just didn't load in right. I don't know if they have casinos in Tokyo, but I assume they do. There's a building with a pink roof to our right, and that's not a graphical glitch. Somebody actually just had a pink roof in Tokyo. So whoever has the pink roof, shout out to you. That looks like a giant pool. Well, it could be. But yeah, I do plan on doing a lot more of these flight videos. And it's not necessarily because I don't like doing funny content or horror content, but it's more. I just like the peaceful atmosphere of Microsoft Flight Sim. I feel like it's a lot more peaceful in the game. You don't have to sit here and put on a fake persona to have fun. You can just kind of be yourself and enjoy the view. Right now, Tokyo is really fantastic. I'm loving what Tokyo is. Now, this is obviously not Tokyo. This is the outskirts of Tokyo, all the small towns and neighborhoods and stuff like that. See Tachikawa right there. But until we leave this giant, massive building, I'm just going to consider it all to be Tokyo. Now, this is a huge complex. Is that like a mall or? Gotta be pretty big though. Okay. So there's one runway. Now we could stop at Tachikawa, right? The airport. But we're going 4 miles. Sorry. Why is there an airport 4 miles away? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy placement. There's an airport literally right. I mean not right down the road, but I could take 2 turns and get there. So anyways, I can see where I'm going to have to be. So we're going to go ahead and make one of our legs. I don't know how they actually do a flight, like a layover flight. So we're just going to assume I'm doing it right. We'll go ahead and head towards this little town right here, and we'll take a turn. Probably come out a little farther, actually. Right. There's a bunch of pink buildings down there. Strange. Definitely a strange sight. Now for this landing, I'm going to... Oh, that is beautiful. That's like a little park in the middle of just this giant suburb. Okay, so it's about 2 miles behind us. So what we're going to go ahead and do is hop back into cockpit view. And we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a turn, right? So we're going to go ahead and head back towards the runway. And now that we have the runway in view, we should have it in view at least. Where are you at? Aha! Okay, so now we gotta get considerably closer. Apply some flaps, which we really shouldn't do all of that fast, but considering how close we are to the airport, we might have to. this one's going to be hard. So now we're going to go ahead and try to keep our airspeed a little high, right? We don't want our airspeed too low. So we want it to be a little lower than that. We want it to be somewhere near, I would say close to, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we want to keep it around. Maybe that's a little too fast, but we'll have time. So reduced airspeed. Okay, so now our airspeed is looking pretty good, and by the time we get there, it should be around like 65. I'd say by the time we land, right? So we want to have it around like 65. Not too bad. A little bit of a rough landing there. Didn't quite land on the center line, but I mean, you heard it yourself. The wheel's connected. We are on the runway, and we have made it to our destination, RJTY. I'm not sure what the actual name of it was again. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like a Japanese name, which I would not remember. Pronunciation's a lot different. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and slow our throttle completely down. Going to go ahead and use our brakes. And my God, we actually managed to land the plane. So in the first video, I crash landed because I misjudged how far I was from the ocean. So lesson learned: when you're flying a bushcraft, do not try to land in the water because the water has no detail. So it's just like blue. You don't know how close you are to it. But I think we did pretty good overall. I love this little checkerboard design. This is so cool. Alright, we'll go ahead and taxi off the runway here, just so that way we're not in the way of any big planes. And that is as far as I know how to do with planes. So we'll go ahead and throttle down, shut down the engines, and bada bam, we have landed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If there's something that I missed or something that you would like me to cover, or maybe a place you would like me to fly, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll probably end up flying there next. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.